Good afternoon and welcome to the Catherine Moran Coleman Aquatic Center here on the campus of Brown University for the 13 and over session of the 2022 opening meet of the short course season. It's the Gator specialty meet hosted by Gator Swim Club Seekonk. Alongside Carolyn Abreu, I am Jeremy Abreu. We'll be bringing you all of the action here this afternoon. It was a very eventful morning session to say the least. Definitely some interesting swims that took place, right? We had some technical issues this morning, not us, down on the deck. There was a half-hour delay in the middle of the meet. They couldn't get the starter to work, so it was very interesting, but we are ready to rock here this afternoon. Hopefully the 13 and over session goes a lot smoother and quicker. There will be shootouts here this afternoon, all of the 50s. We'll have shootouts. The girls will swim the 50s. The boys will swim the 50s. Then there will be the shootouts starting with the girl side, then the boy side. Timers are into the building, assuming their spots. All the officials are ready. Swimmers are ready. We are ready. Appreciate you taking the time to join us here this afternoon at Brown University. It's the first meet of the short course season. It is only a one-day meet. New England Swimming is holding their banquet, their top 10 banquet tomorrow. So if you notice any of the meets that are scheduled for this weekend, they're only one-day meets. So it'll be nice to actually have a Sunday off on a swim weekend, right? Having Sunday off, be able to kick back, watch some football, just relax. So thank you for joining us. We hope you'll enjoy our broadcast here. It'll be a busy short course season for Abreu Media Productions. We do have 9 confirmed meets to broadcast. There could be a 10th. Our broadcast events will take us to Brown University here, Seekonk High School, Massachusetts, MIT, excuse me, I couldn't think of it there, WPI, and who knows, there may be another pool where we'll end up broadcasting, but we're all over the place here this short course season. Once again, folks, 25 yards. The short pool is back. There's the whistle. Your lane assignments are correct for our opening heat. Anna Koenig in 3, Tegan Ralph in 4, Bridget Travers in lane 5. And we are off and running. Brown University, the site for the 13 and over session 2022 Gator specialty meet. This is the girls 13 and over 200 IM. Event number 13, this is heat 1 of 5. They'll start off with the butterfly, move into the back, transition to breast, come home with the free. Bridget Travers from Crimson looks to be out to the early lead, and she is. She'll transition into back as the leader. Interesting week of sports all the way around here in New England. We have the Patriots saga with Mac Jones and all the injury stuff that's going on with him. We have a coaching change in Boston with the Celtics under some crazy circumstances. On the national scale, we got a concussion. I don't want to call it a scandal, but definitely some issues going on down in Miami. So a lot of things going on in the sports world, but we're glad you can tune in to us here this afternoon. Bridget Travers remains in the lead. Big day for college football. Clemson squares off against NC State. Alabama takes on Arkansas as 2 of the top games on the college football slate for today. I believe Boston College is host to Louisville today. Game may already be over. Who knows? It's already 3:30. Not sure when it started. Bridget Travers continues to be in the lead. This is usually a quiet group as it comes to the live chat, but we all hope you enjoyed the time off this summer, August and September. If you did anything exciting or eventful, pop into the live chat. Let me know if there's any birthdays or any accomplishments you'd like recognized on the broadcast here. Certainly pop them in to the live chat. I can tell you the Abreu family really did not do much interesting in August and September during our time off. A little one-week vacation in New Hampshire, but now we're back into the mix. So Travers will finish up 243.92. She'll be your opening heat winner of the 2IM. Bridget Travers, 13 years old from Crimson. It's a 16-second time drop for Travers, so one heck of a time drop to start off here. So who else is out there in live stream land? Say hello. Pop into the live chat. Would love to hear from you. Tegan Ralph takes second. Anna Koenig will take third. We'll move into heat number 2. There are your lane assignments. Selena Zhu is the top time in heat 2 coming in, 238.66. She's the only sub 240 time. She's 13 years old from Gators North. It is Zoe Deerling from Gators North out to the quick start with the butterfly, looking strong here. She'll transition over to back. She was out in a 31.78. She's followed by Chloe Burke and Selena Zhu. Top 3 swimmers, a little over 2 seconds apart right now, but as you can see, Deerling starting to put some early distance between herself and the field. Still rather cloudy, rainy day here in Providence, Rhode Island, over on the east side at Brown University. At the halfway mark, it will be Deerling, your leader. She's still followed by Burke. Claire Q is now moved up into 3rd place. Zhu drops down to 4th, but Deerling looking strong as they have now transitioned into the breaststroke. Deerling, 14 years old from Gators North, came in with a 240.62. She'll turn into the freestyle with an almost 4-second lead on Burke. Q remains in 3rd, so no change there. Samar Ghali has moved up into 4th. After the butterfly, Ghali was in 8th. 6th after back, 4th after breast, so she's moving in the right direction. And so is Zoe's Deerling. She will take our heat number 2 here in the 13 and over session. 234.07. It's a 6-second time drop. Burke takes 2nd. Selena Zhu moves back up into 3rd. Heat 3 in the water. Heat 3 of 5. Molly Yee in lane 4 from UVAC comes in with the top time. 225.36. She's 16 years old. She's followed by Elizabeth Guevara, 225.83. Avery Brown from Gators North, 227.94. Guevara, though, out fast, 28.79. She's followed by Brown and Yee. So the top three less than 2 seconds apart. Keep an eye on them. They're in lanes 3, 4, and 5, going from left to right. At the moment, Guevara remains the leader. Yellow cap making her turn in the backstroke. Guevara will take this lead into the breaststroke. Looking very strong. She's followed by Avery Brown and Molly Yee. Guevara makes her turn about halfway through the breaststroke. She'll transition into freestyle to bring it home here on our third heat of the afternoon. Should be a rather quick one, folks. Only 3 pages of a heat sheet today. So when you see only 3 pages, actually I lied. I'm going to call it 3 1/4 pages. So when you have a heat sheet that small, bound to be a quick meet. I'd say this will be done by 6 o'clock. Most likely sooner as Guevara makes her turn. Strong showing here by Guevara. 225.83 was her entry time. She will shave some time off that. 219.63 for Guevara as she takes first. Avery Brown takes second from Gators North, and third place will be Molly Yee, 229.38. But Guevara, your Heat 3 winner, will move into Heat number 4. There are your lane assignments. Allison Farrell comes in with the top time, 2:18.08. Good start by Farrell there in lane 4. Farrell, Brown, Bagdasarian, Paige Meller, Quinn Cute, all in the mix right now. Taylor O'Neill, Lizzie Rack in lane 8. Everyone's in the mix. Bagdasarian leads the way, followed by Farrell and Lizzie Rack from Ryak in lane 8. Lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6, all neck and neck. It may be Bagdasarian still in the lead, and she is. Nice bucket turn there as she makes the transition from back to breast. That bucket turn keeps her in the lead, but here comes Audrey Bonin from Rhode Island Aquatic Club, who looks like she may have surged into the lead in lane 5. So Audrey Bonin leading the way right now. In lane 5, Allison Farrell to her left. Ksenia Bagdasarian to her right, but it will be Bonin who will go into the freestyle with the lead. Farrell right on her tail. 1 second behind, so Bonin has the 1 second lead on Farrell. Bonin continues to hold on to that lead, looking strong here. And she will hold on to win. So Audrey Bonin came in with the 2:19.27. 2:17.66. Farrell takes second. Bagdasarian takes third. That'll bring us to our fifth and final heat of the girls 2IM. There are your lane assignments. Savannah Lombardi in lane 1, Angela Parasolta in lane 2, Courtney Bogosian in 3, Addison Abreu in lane 4, Carmen Bunt in 5, Maggie Holland in 6, Sophia Yee in 7, Emma Richards in lane 8. So Abreu leading the way ever so slightly over Bogosian. 2/10, Bunt 9/10, Holland a 2 1/4. Abreu and Bogosian battling here. It looks like Bogosian may have taken the lead ever so slightly. No, it's Abreu still by 3/10. But to the naked eye, it is Bogosian who had a great turn there from back to breaststroke. So Bogosian has taken over the lead in lane 3. Bogosian comes in with a 2:13.95, Abreu a 2:08.52. Bogosian 17, Abreu 16. Here comes Carmen Bunt in lane 5. So Abreu now, who has retaken the lead, going into the freestyle. Top 3 swimmers here, 6/10 apart. It's Abreu, Bunt, Bogosian. Bunt really doing some work there in the breaststroke. Abreu now starting to pull away ever so slightly, but here comes Bunt. So Abreu and Bunt down the stretch. Bunt may have taken over the lead. Here we go, at the flags, into the wall, and it is Bunt, 2:10.51. Abreu, 2:10.70. Bogosian goes 2:13.39, so great race there. 0.2 of a second separate Bunt and Abreu. It was really the breaststroke for Bunt where she came back. We'll go into the boys 13 and over 2IM. Lane 8 is open. It's lane 1 right now. Alan Husenovic leading the way. No cap, no problem for Husenovic. The 16-year-old from Gators North. Husenovic remains in the lead in lane 1. He'll make that bucket turn from back into breaststroke. Enzo Santos from Gators North running in second right now. But it is Husenovic continuing to lead the way. He'll make the turn into freestyle. In the lead, takes a big breath at that turn, starting to get tired, understandably so. Comes in with no time, the 16-year-old from Gators North. Senefit goes to 2:20.15, so nice job by him. It will be Enzo Santos in lane 7 who takes second. Soft touch at the wall, or the touchpad just doesn't work up there. Hutchinson takes third, 2:35.88. We did have some touchpad and overall technical issues this morning. So it was Enzo Santos who took second, Hutchinson third. We'll move into heat number 2, 2 of 5. Then we'll get into the 50s. Ian Scott Sheldon from Ryak, the top time coming into heat number 2, 2:20.59 for Scott Sheldon, the 14-year-old from Rhode Island Aquatic Club. Breakin' Shea to the wall first, followed by Noam Thrilnikov and Scott Sheldon. Top 3 swimmers just under 2 seconds apart. Breakin' Shea, the first to turn into final 25 for back. Let's watch this turn into breast. The bucket turn being very popular so far. He'll do it again. Nice turn by Shea, who remains in the lead, 1:00.03 at the halfway mark. Noam Thrilnikov in second, Ian Scott Sheldon in third. Shea continues to hold onto the lead. He'll transition into freestyle. Well ahead of the next closest swimmer, that's Noam Thrilnikov, who looks to be about 5 or 6 seconds off the pace. He's 8. Good race between Thrilnikov and Scott Sheldon for second. Bowden Spurn starting to make a little bit of a move in lane 6. This race will belong to Breakin' Shea, though. The 15-year-old from Crimson comes in with a 2:21.11. It's going to drop some serious time here. Shea goes to 2:11.34, almost a 10-second time drop. Nice job by Shea. Thrilnikov second, Scott Sheldon takes third. As we move into heat number 3. We've had a much cleaner start to the meet than we had this morning for the 12 and under session. If you weren't tuned in, what I'm alluding to is the Daktronic starter system that the officials use to say on your mark and then signal the start tone went down and on the fritz for about almost a half hour. So they rotated like 2 or 3 of them in. They couldn't get it to work, but finally they were able to get it working again. It seems to have held true so far here so far. So Addie Cole leading the way, followed by Ara Parsegian, our top two swimmers in lanes 1 and 2. Jack Eady in lane 5 is running in third, although Eady now with the strong backstroke has pulled into first. Powerful backstroke. He takes a long breath at the wall there. Parsegian, a much smaller breath. We'll see what happens here in breaststroke. Eady's lead is just under 2 seconds. Let's see if anybody can cut into that time during the breaststroke here. Eady will go into the freestyle with the lead. Here comes Moritz Gerhard in lane 4. It's going to be at least a 2 3/4 lead for Eady. It looks like Eady will hold on to that lead. Eady takes first, Gerhard second, Parsegian third. Nice job there by Eady, 2:05.67. It's a 6-second time drop. Heat 4 about to kick off, heat 4 of 5. Carrick Shea in lane 4 comes in with the top time here. 2:04.12. He's 17 years old from Crimson. Out pretty fast here. Jacob Freeman to his right in lane 5. Keep an eye on Hugh Hawkins from UVAC in lane 8. He may be your overall leader, and he is. It's followed by Freeman, Shea, and Kavik. So they turn into the backstroke. So Hugh Hawkins from UVAC, 15 years old, came in with a 2:08.08. Shea with those long strokes here. Let's see. I think he remains our leader, but maybe not. No, it's Smith. Matthew Smith has now moved into first, his Crimson teammate. But really, folks, lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6, anybody's race. Kavik, Shea, Freeman, Smith. Those are your top 4 vying for the first position here in heat number 4. Who will be the leader heading into the freestyle? It looks right now like it's Jacob Freeman. Carrick Shea, though, right there. Freeman 1, Shea 2. Kavik has now moved up into third. So Nick Kavik from Gators has moved into third. Keep an eye on this race here in lanes 4 and 5. Shea and Freeman. They will battle for first. Freeman looks to have pulled ahead ever so lightly. Can he hold Shea off? And yes, he does. Freeman takes it. 2:04.02. Shea second, Kavik third. As we move into our 5th and final heat of the boys 2IM, this will feature twin standouts Tim and Nick Andrews. They're in lanes 2 and 3 respectively. 17 years old from Ryak, standout swimmers at Bishop Hendricken. But it's Alan Zhang from Gators North. He comes in with the top time, 1:52.81. Zhang is in lane 4, and he is an absolute beast. Keep an eye on Matthew Wang, also from Gators North, in lane 7. And it is Matthew Wang along with Alan Zhang, Quinn Caputo. And it's Caputo from Gators North leading the way, followed by Zhang, Tim Andrews, and Nick Andrews. Top 4 swimmers, 9/10 apart. Kai Shinkyo is in 5th place right now. Keep an eye on Shinkyo, especially when we get into the breaststroke. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, all very close here as they reach the halfway mark. Right now, though, it is Quinn Caputo from Gators who leads the way. He's followed by Zhang and Wang. So Gators 1, 2, and 3 right now. Keep an eye on Shinkyo. He was 6th. Exceptional breaststroker. He's in lane 6. This is usually where Shinkyo makes his move in the breaststroke. He came into the breaststroke in 6. Let's see if he makes up any space and time. And he could very well come into freestyle here in 2nd, maybe 3rd at the worst. He is in 3rd, so Caputo holds on to the lead. Matthew Wang in 2nd, Kai Shinkyo in 3rd. Caputo looks like he's going to take this one. Quinn Caputo from Gators will take it. Soft touch at the wall there. Shinkyo moves all the way up into 2nd. Wang takes 3rd. So Quinn Caputo, your winner as we move into the girls' 50 fly. Four heats. Heat 1 here on the girls' side will belong to Emily Tonino. 30-80 for Tonino. Burke 2nd. Daglin 3rd as we move into heat number 2. These are going to move fast, folks. Don't blink or you'll miss something here. Heat 2 in the water. Josh Halsey in lane 4 has the top time coming in 28:08. Lane 3 is open, and Halsey will be your winner of Heat 2 as we move quickly through. Halsey goes 27:34. Stepania 2nd, Brenner 3rd. We'll move right into Heat number 3. Kenzie Sellers from UVAC, the top qualifier, or the top time coming into this, Heat number 3. Again, it looks like it is Kenzie Sellers from UVAC. Let's keep an eye on her time. Halsey went at 27:34. Sellers goes to 26:96. Good for first. Bagdasarian 2nd, Carroll 3rd. Hope Zayafith leading the way right now in lane 4. Looks like it's a Brew in 2nd. So Zayafith and a Brew will advance. Who's going to come in 3rd? It looks like that's Cartwright. She'll take 3rd. Yi takes 4th. So now we'll move into the boys' butterfly 50. And at the conclusion of the boys' butterfly, we'll move into the shootout on the girls' side. Top 8, top 4, top 2. This is event 16, heat number 1. There are your lane assignments. Looks like we're missing a swimmer or two. Event 16, heat number 1. Once again, at the conclusion of the boys, we'll have the girls shootout, then the boys. Shaw in lane 3, Gorman 4, Huzenovic in 5. And it will be Huzenovic, his second event of the day, his second heat victory of the day. We'll move into heat number 2. There are your lane assignments. Keep an eye on Sam Woodsmall in lane 4. Comes in with the top time for these heat 2 swimmers, 36:23. That's Patrick O'Connor taking it down, 27:05. Miller Wasick takes second. Who's going to take third? And that is Aaron Walsh. So Patrick O'Connor, your heat 2 winner. We'll move on to heat number 3. 6 heats on the boys' side here. We're moving right along. Lane 4 is open, so nobody in lane 4. Jaden Yang with the top time in lane 5, but it is lane 2. That's Owen Shandaria leading the way. Let's see if he out-touches him, and he does. Shandaria first, Young second, Madame third. We'll see another Madame right now. It's Luke in lane 1. Should be a good race here. Lanes 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, really, looking across the board, this should be close all the way around. Tim Andrews, though, out early. Andrews, an exceptional butterflyer, showing it right now. It will be Tim Andrews in lane 5. He'll take heat 4. Soft touch at the wall. Zabo takes second. Jones takes third. Heat 5 about to kick off. There are your lane assignments. Keep an eye on William McClelland in lane 4 here and Ryan Connors in 5. McClelland coming off a junior national appearance for long course this summer along with his teammate James Misto. Parsegian takes first. We had a soft touch at the wall there, so I don't know what happened. We're going to have to check Meet Mobile for that. These soft touches are driving me nuts here today as we move into our final heat. Heat 6. There are your lane assignments. Off like a rocket is Alan Zhang in lane 4. Look at those underwaters by Zhang. Absolutely devastating. Keep an eye on this turn. Watch how far he takes his underwater in lane 4. Alan Zhang, he's still underwater, still underwater, still underwater. He finally pops up. By the time he pops up, he only has like 4 strokes, and he's at the line. He will take it. So there's something wrong with the touchpad. Zhang came in first. Caputo second. Cole third. So now we'll go into the shootouts on the girls' side. Now, folks, they're not passing all of the data up through the scoring system. The graphics that you see may not be correct. So I'm going to do my best to identify the swimmers as best as I can.
Girls 55 shootouts. Brooke Carline will lead lane 1. Vivian Weinert in 2. Reese Graveline in 3. Mackenzie Sellers in 4. Elizabeth Guevara in 5. Audrey Bonin in 6. Emily Tonino in 7. Kelsey Bonin in lane 8. That's our 13 to 14. Our 15 and over. Allie Brenner will lead 1. Claire Carroll in 2. Madison April in 3. Hope Ziggett in 4. Jocelyn Hussey.
Okay, so these shootouts will be divided among 13 and 14-year-old swimmers and then 15 and over. So lined up right here are 13 and 14. I know that's Brooke Carline in lane 1. Vivian Wienert in lane 2. I think, I can't tell who's in lane 3.
Kelsey Bowman, lane 8. Kelsey, lane 8.
Okay, so the graphics on the screen, folks, are not correct. As I mentioned, they should be at the finish. Brooke Carline in 1, Wienert in 2, Gravelin in 3, Sellers in 4, Guevara in 5, Bonin in 6, Tonino in 7, Bonin in 8. Top 4 advance here, top 4 advance. Sellers looks like she has 1 locked up. Guevara looks to be in 2nd. Bonin 3rd, Gravelin 4th. Okay, now we'll move into the 15 and 16-year-olds. There are your lane assignments.
Kenzie will be in 4. Elizabeth in 5. Audrey in 3. And Reese in lane 6.
So Hope Zayafith will take first. Who's going to take second? It's a Brew. Halsey third, Bagdasarian fourth. Okay, now we're back to the 13-14s.
Kenzie in 4. Elizabeth in 5. Audrey in 3. And Reese in lane 6. Audrey. Kenzie in 4. Elizabeth in 5. Audrey in 3. And Reese in 6.
Here we go. So it's Audrey Bonin in 3, Sellers in 4, Guevara in 5, Gravelin in 6. I believe that's the order, folks. I believe. So we're looking for the top 2 here. It looks like it's going to be Sellers leading the way. Will she be followed by Guevara? So Sellers and Guevara, I believe. Pay no attention to the names on the screen. So it was Sellers and Guevara advanced to the final 2. Right here we have Zayafith in 4, Abreu in 5. Bagdasarian? I don't know, folks. I'm confused. Not having this stuff on the scoreboard is very difficult. Hope Zayafith is leading the way. So Abreu and Zayafith are your top two. They'll be the finalists. We'll go back to the 13-14s. It'll be Sellers and Guevara for the championship here. No rest for the weary. So it will be Sellers who makes it here. She'll be the champion. She'll edge out Guevara. Nice race by these young ladies. Don't pay attention to the screen again. It's not correct. Sellers 1, Guevara 2 here. Now we'll move into the 15 and over. So Zayafith and Halsey. So apparently there was some confusion down on the deck with the lane. What it looked like on the screen, it wasn't Abreu, it was Halsey. And it will be Zayafith capping out an impressive performance. So hope Zayafith will take it. She'll be your 50 fly champion. Nice job by Zayafith there. We'll move into the backstroke. Okay, so we're going into the shootouts here on the boys' side. So this is the 13 and 14. And again, folks, the shootouts are going too fast for them to keep track of everything on the scoreboard. And again, the data you see on your screen is what I get. So I see the same thing that the scoreboard sees, so they're not able to keep track. Everything's happening very quickly. So we certainly apologize. It usually works out for the first 8, the names are right. But when they get down to 4 and 2, they're not able to keep up with the speed. So these lane assignments are correct. What you see here, these are your top 8 on the boys' side, 13, 14. Good start in lane 3 by Peter Swee. But it's Holden Brown accelerating forward. He'll move on. So Brown is in first, and then it's the rest of the field. Brown and Gamel will move on. Swee and Scott Sheldon. So Brown, Gamel, Swee, and Scott Sheldon move on in the 13-14. We'll move into 15-16. McClellan and Andrews leading the way. Keep an eye on Caputo in lane 1. And it's anybody's guess because the touchpads did not work in like 4 lanes. I know Andrews and McClellan were at the top, so was Caputo, but not 100% sure. Neither is the scoreboard. So we're going back to the 13-14s. We know that it is Brown, Gamel, Swee, and Scott Sheldon. Looks like Brown is there. There are 5 swimmers here, which doesn't make sense. Not sure what happened, but there are 5 swimmers here. There should have only been 4. In any event, it's Holden Brown. He'll take it, so he'll be down to the final 2. So there was some confusion here, folks. There were 5 swimmers swimming. There should have only been 4. All right. I think we have some technical difficulties again, and we do. So the first meet of the year here at Brown University. It's good to get this one out of the way as the first meet. I feel bad for Ray Grant and Paul, who are running this meet, things that are out of their control. Having some issues with the systems here today. The starting system, the touchpads. Again, that was a semifinal swim for the 13 and 14s. There should have been 4 swimmers in there. There were 5. We know that Holden Brown won it, so he's moving on. I don't know the order of the other swimmers because I'm not even sure who is in what lane. They're trying to figure that out right.
Gentlemen, listen up. Little technical difficulties, we'll figure it out. Okay. For the 13-14, you should have Holden Brown in lane 4. Tyler Gamble in lane 5. Peter Swee in 3. And Scott.
Okay, they just made an announcement. I was unable to hear it. Not sure what is going on. All right, so there was some sort of malfunction in the 15 and over top 8. So they're going to swim the 15 and over top 8 again and take the top 2 for finals. So continues to be plagued by some technical difficulties here this afternoon. So once again, the 15 and overs, the top 8 are going to swim again for the second time. And this time they're going to take the top 2 for finals. There was some sort of a timing discrepancy. Please pay no attention to the names on your screen. That is not correct. I don't even know what swimmers are in what lanes here. Looks like it's McClelland in lane 4, Andrews in 5. I can tell you that. Will McClelland in 4, Tim Andrews in lane 5. McClelland is leading the way. I think that's Caputo in lane 1. So McClellan and Andrews look like the top 2. All right, so the finals for the 15 and over, it will be McClellan and Tim Andrews. The 13-14 finals, I know it's Holden Brown. I don't know who the other swimmer is. I don't know if they've announced it or we're going. I see more than 2 people lined up here, though, so there's 3. I don't know what's going on.
You have 2 swimmers here. You should only have 2 swimmers here. Guard in 4 and medium in lane 5.
No, this isn't correct. Holden Brown was he won by a long shot. They're saying that he's not swimming now. This is all right. They're in the water. Holden Brown, he's going to win this thing. He's in lane 4. I think that's Dara Gamel from Ryak in lane 5. I'm not 100% sure. I think. In any event, Holden Brown will be your 13-14 winner. It's not McClellan, as the screen says, and the scoreboard here says. It is Holden Brown. I believe we're moving right now into event 17. The girls 13 and over 50 back, I think, but none of the girls are lined up. Okay, so William McClellan and Tim Andrews. That's right. I forgot about the finals. I feel like they've already swam 3 or 4 times. William McClellan in lane 4, Tim Andrews in lane 5 for the championship. The screen is correct. William McClellan, of course, committed to Dartmouth University. He'll be swimming for the Big Green next year. Tim Andrews, a junior at Hendricken. McClellan, a senior at Barrington. McClellan has this one ever so slightly. Here comes Andrews at the gun. Who's going to take it? And it is McClellan, 24.98. We think there was no time for Andrews. It was literally a photo finish. So it looked with the naked eye like Andrews may have actually slipped his hand in there ahead of McClellan. I couldn't tell, folks. It was so close. Andrews' time never registered. McClellan's did, 24.98. In any event, McClellan and Tim Andrews, both absolute beasts. Great job by both of them. They both look like Greek gods getting out of the pool. Wish I looked like that. Sheesh. They're going to take a little time here to try and straighten out these technical issues before we move into the 50 back. So, an interesting start to the season here. Unfortunately, I feel so bad for Ray Grant, Paul, all of the other organizers here. There's been some technical difficulties beyond their control that have caused there is a lot of confusion right now down on the deck. They are testing out the touch pads. They're testing out the touch pads now. As you can see, in lanes 1 through 8. I'm sure always interesting when you have water mixing with low voltage electricity. It seems like they're testing out the touchpads. They're all working okay right now. So we'll be back underway shortly with event 17, girls 13 and over 50 back. There will be 5 heats.
We'll pick back up with the 50 backstroke. Reminder, we'll still have all the girls' heats, all the boys' heats, and then we'll move into our shootouts.
So the lane assignments on your screen are correct. This will be Heat 1 in event 17. Alyssa Gong in 3, Tessa Renyi in 4, Sadie Saloy in 5, Lily O'Connell in 6. We're off and running again. Let's hope that that is the end of the technical difficulties. I've been corrected by one of my eagle-eyed or eagle-eared friends out there. Will McClellan will be attending Dartmouth College, of course. It's not Dartmouth University. I think you guys all know that I understand and know the Ivy League schools, all of the names. In the heat of the moment, all of the confusion and craziness, I made a mistake. It happens. My wife will tell you it happens a lot. I'll say it doesn't. Renyi takes first, Gong second, Saloy third. So yes, William McClellan will be attending Dartmouth College, not university, of course. Part of the Ivy League, which includes Brown, Columbia, Cornell, Dartmouth, Harvard, Penn, Princeton, and Yale. Hopefully I nailed all of those. I may have missed one. I'm sure I'll find out about it as we move into heat number 2. Heat 2 of 5. Looks like that will be Georgia Davis touching first, I think. Yep, Davis first, Thomas second, Sharma third. Maggie Taplin comes into heat 3 with the top time 29:18 for Taplin. It's Pelchat out to the early start here. Good start by her in lane 3. She'll be swimming at Providence University next year. Oh, I mean Providence College. Should be a Friar. And Pelchat will be the winner here of heat number 3. 28:62 for Pelchat. Taplin second, Richards third. So we move into heat 4 of 5. Lydia Kraft in 3, Lena Iko in 4, Aya Hassani in 5. They're your leaders at the halfway mark. Kraft, Echo, and Hassani. Who's going to take this? I think it's Echo, and it is. Echo, Hassani, Kraft, 1, 2, 3 in that order as we move into heat 5 of 5. The shootouts, folks, is where it gets a little hairy here. We're not in the shootouts yet. Hope Zayafith, who we saw just a few minutes ago win the 50 fly shootouts, should be in contention here for the backstroke as well, along with Courtney Bogosian. Looked like it was Zayafith, Bogosian, and Meller, but Bogosian looks to have moved in front, and it will be Bogosian who touches first. Zayafith second, Meller third. So that's a wrap on the girls' side. We'll move to the boys. 4 heats. Thank you, Taplins. I appreciate it. It's not easy out here. I'm dodging bullets left and right. I feel like one of those comedians on stage, you tell a bad joke and you get the rotten fruit thrown at you. That's what happens whenever I make a Freudian slip. My watch starts to vibrate and my phone starts to blow up and people are saying, it's this and not that. So it is all, of course, in good fun, as I love it. I don't mind getting my chops busted at all. All in good nature, but thank you for the compliment. We're trying our best out here. Again, it's been a tough day technologically here. Meeting with Grandma Gail here, grandmother to Tim and Nick Andrews, who you saw Tim just battle Will McClelland in the finals a few minutes ago. What a race, huh?
Oh, unbelievable.
Unbelievable race there, as Grandma Gail states. You're not leaving us, are you?
No, I'm going to cool off and be back for their next event.
Excellent. Excellent. So we see Bray Blanchette take first there. Will Schatz take second. Carter Bean will take third. That was Grandma Gail, the grandmother of Tim and Nick Andrews. You saw Tim and Nick earlier so far today, 2 outstanding swimmers for Ryak. We'll move into heat. What is this? Heat 2. Stanley Kaiser chiming in. Charlotte had a new personal best right there. Nice job by Charlotte Kaiser. Carrick Shea shot out of a cannon at the start here in lane 3. Again, with these 50s, the margin of error, there really is no margin of error. You need an amazing start. And Shea had just that. He'll take it. 25:07. 82nd, Smith third. And you know what? Taplins and Stanley, I appreciate the engagement on the live chat. I'll be an old man and dying, still broadcasting these meets, saying, please converse with me in the live chat. The audience engagement is one of the things that I love the most. So I love it when people type in comments and say whatever. Love to hear it, love to see it. Here we go, heat 3 in the water. First time we're seeing Keith Hartman from Gators. He's a standout at Barrington High School. Zach Zabo, though, leading the way. One of many stud swimmers over at Ryak and under Jennifer Delafraide's watch. And it will be Zabo who takes this one. Nice job by Zach. 25:35 by Zabo. Hartman takes second. Shea takes third as we move into our 4th and final heat. Now remember, folks, this is where it's going to start to get crazy after this next heat. The shootouts will start and calamity will ensue. So bear with me. We'll get through this together. This is Heat 4, our top overall qualifier coming in, Quinn Caputo, 24:38. You'll see him right now. He's in lane 4. And correct me if I'm wrong, folks. I swear Caputo, this is his first meet as a Gator. I thought Quinn was on, maybe Crimson or Charles River. I may be mistaken. But in any event, he's a standout here. Let's see who comes in first here. It's Ryan Connors. So Ryan Connors, followed by Shinkyo and the aforementioned Caputo. So nice job by Connors, 26:32. All right, so here we go, folks. This is the 50 back shootouts on the girls' side. I think we may get the correct lane assignments. I think we may. I'm not 100% sure. Let's keep an eye on the screen. Hopefully it changes. So this, I believe, is 13-14. I do see Hunter Dubois here in lane 1. Again, the names on the screen that you see right now, folks, they are not correct. Let's see if they can update that scoreboard, or else I don't know who's here. So the only swimmer I know right now, folks, is Hunter Dubois. Here we go. Oh, nope. There we go. There is the correct names. So there we go. These are the correct lane assignments. This is the top 8 in the girls, 13 and over 50 back. They're off and running. So it looks like Alina Echo is leading the way at the halfway mark. She's followed by McKibben. That's Kraft in lane 5. And 4th goes to Bagdasarian. Okay, so now we're going to go to the 15-16s. And I know we have Bogosian, Pelchat, Hassani, and... No, we get a lot of people. That's right. It's 8. So there's the lane assignments. You see them here. Top 4 advance. Maggie Taplin in lane 1 at the bottom of your screen next to her RIAC teammate, Paige Meller. 4 Gators in the water, as well as Elizabeth Stotts from UVOC. Top 4 advance here. So I think Pelchat is a lock for the top 4, so we're going to pencil her in. Bogosian as well. And then who's 3 and 4? Zayafith and Hassani. So Pelchat, Bogosian, Zayafith, and Hassani, top 4. They'll move on. Back in the water goes Echo, McKibben, Kraft, and Bagdasarian. Kraft is in 3. Echo is in 4. McKibben 5, Bagdasarian 6. That's my best guess, folks. I think that's the correct. Echo leading the way from UVAC, so I think Echo's going to move on to the final two, and she's going to be joined by Kraft, I believe, lane 3, and it is. So it's Echo and Kraft.
And our 13-14 final will be Melina in 4 and Lydia in 5.
Okay, here we go. Here's the top 4 on the girls 15-16 or 15 and over side.
Julia in 4, Courtney in 5.
Pelchat in 4, Bogosian in 5. Zayafith, I believe in, no, hold on. So Zayafith is in 3, Pelchat in 4, Bogosian in 5, Hassani in 6. There's the lineup, folks. Oh, and it's on the screen. How nice. Perfect. And no, that's wrong. That is wrong. Hassani is not in lane 2, folks. Just so you know, Hassani is in lane 6. Zayafith is in 3, Pelchat 4, Bogosian in 5, Hassani in 6. So that's the correct lineup. Oh boy, this has been a day. Pelchat looks like she's leading the way. Here comes Zayafith. So Pelchat and Zayafith maybe will advance top 2. Pelchat and Bogosian. So Pelchat and Bogosian. So Pelchat and Bogosian advance. This will be Echo and Kraft. So Alina Echo in 4, Lydia Kraft in 5. Good start there by Kraft. So Kraft had the better start. Let's see if that pays off. It typically will in a 50. Whoever has the best start usually wins, although here comes Echo now, and she's made up that time and then some. She has probably a 1/10 of a second lead on Kraft. Nice turn by Kraft there. They are basically stroke for stroke, folks, at the flags. Let's see who's going to win this. This will be a photo finish into the wall, and it is Echo by 3/10. So Echo is your backstroke winner. Now we'll go into the 15-16 girls backstroke. Julia Pelchat in lane 4. Courtney Bogosian in lane 5. Good even start there. Again, Pelchat in 4, Bogosian in 5. This is for all the marbles, as they say.
We will have Will Schatz in lane 1, Eric Zhu in lane 2, Cormac Hughes in lane 3, Kai Shinko in 4, Jack P.
Looks like Pelchat has the slight advantage right now, about halfway through. Can Bogosian make a move? It looks like it's going to be Pelchat, I think. And let's see who gets it. Well, it was a weird touch by Pelchat, or a weird time recognition. It looks like Bogosian took it. That was a tough one. To the naked eye, I thought it was Pelchat. But we can only go by what's on the screen and what they end up saying. So Bogosian takes it by 0.8 of a second.
Team is 13-14s with Will in 1, Eric in 2, Cormac in 3, Kai in 4, Jack in 5, Liam in 6, Jack in 7.
So we'll have to go move on here to the 50 back on the boys' side. So Courtney Bogosian, your 15, 16-year-old winner, slightly edging out Julia Pelchat.
Will Schatz should be in lane 1, Eric Zhu should be in lane 2.
So confusion continues to happen here. We're looking for 2 swimmers. I think I see one from Ryak. He's making his way. Okay, so Will Schatz has made his way over to lane 1. He still doesn't look like he knows what lane he's supposed to be in. He's ready. Deep breath. Here we go. Here we go. We have all 8 swimmers in the water. The lane assignments are correct on the screen, folks. Here we go. Top 8 boys shootout. So this is 13-14. I expect Kai Shinkyo and Jack Eady to be the top 2 here. They are. Shinkyo takes first. Eady takes second. Cormac Hughes will take third. So they'll advance. And 4th place will go to, is it Liam Hauser? No, yes, Liam Hauser. So Shinkyo, Eady, Hughes, Hauser, they'll advance to the top 4. Now this is the boys 15 and 16. Lane assignments here are correct.
Our next heat of 13-14 shootouts on a Kai in 4, Jack in 5, Cormac in 3, and Eric in 6. Eric Judo over lane 6 in the next shootout.
Looks like it's Zabo, and it is. Zach Zabo. Caputo takes second. Connors third. Shea fourth. So they will advance, survive and advance. Another strong showing by Zabo here.
So again, we have Kai in 4, Jack in 5, Cormac in 3, and Eric in 6.
So Hughes in lane 3. Shinkyo in 4. Eady in 5. I missed who was in 6th. Carrick Shea, potentially?
Our next heat of 13-18.
No, it's not Carrick Shea. Definitely not Shea. I don't know, folks. Again, I don't have this information being passed to me. I'm trying to go on the PA announcer. Very tough to understand. So it looks like it's Shinkyo and Eady. So there, that takes some stress away. At least I know it's Shinkyo and Eady, 1 and 2 there. It wasn't Shea and Zabo, what you see on your screen. Shinkyo and Eady will advance to the finals. Okay, here we go. This is the top 4. I know Ryan Connors is in lane 3. Carrick Shea is in lane 6. I think that's Zach Zabo in lane 4. Good underwater there by Connors. So I believe that's Zabo in lane 4.
And our 15 and over final will be Carrick in 4 and Zach in 5.
So the final will be Zabo and Shea for the 15 and over boys. So Zabo and Shea will be the top 2 on the 15 and over. This is Shinkyo and Eady. So Kai Shinkyo in lane 4, Jack Eady in lane 5. Scoreboard actually has it. Shinkyo with the exceptional backstroke here. This is his 4th backstroke race. Both of these young men. It looks like Shinkyo will take it. So Kai Shinkyo will be your 50, 13, 14 back boys winner. Eady takes second. Great showing by both of them. Now we'll move into the 15-16. Shea will be in lane 4. Zabo in 5. Where's Zabo? I see him. That's supposed to be Zabo. I swear that was supposed to be Zabo. Maybe not. How is that not Zabo? So confusion still remains here. That should have been Zach Zabo. I'm really not sure what happened there. This is Carrick Shea, and I don't know who the Gator swimmer is. However, it was clearly Zabo who was one of the top 2 in the last race.
Congratulations. Our next event is the girls 13 over 200 freestyle.
All right, so we're moving into event 19. He won girls 13 and over 200 freestyle. 6 heats, 2 free. We get to catch our breath a little bit. These shootouts are moving at warp speed. And the difficult thing is that the names on the scoreboard aren't always coinciding with the names or the lanes that the swimmers end up getting in. To my naked eye, it was very clear in the top 4 boys, 15-16, Zach Zabo was one of the top 2 swimmers. Apparently he wasn't, because he did not make it to the top 2, but it certainly looked that way. But that's why I'm up here and they're down there. So we're moving on to the girls 200 free on the 13 and over side. So Emily Tonino continues her strong swimming today. She's in lane 6 from Gators, leading the way right now. About to make the turn for her final 25. Tonino comes in with no time. First time swimming this. Nice job by Tonino. 2:16.61 for her. Thomas will take second.
Ready for a birdie? You might be hungry or thirsty. I got cold Domino's pizza, American granola, and cold seltzer. You good? Look at that, Jack. He doesn't look like he's wasting away.
So We'll move into heat number 2. Heat number 2 in the water. Georgia Davis comes in with the top time, 2:21.44. 13 years old from Crimson. As I take a look outside, thought this weather would break. Still raining here on the east side. Providence. Georgia Davis leading the way in first. Bridget Travers in second. Claire Key in third. Davis remains in first. Travers second. Key third. No change there. The halfway mark. Davis was out in a 107.14. Travers a 109.19. Claire Key a 109.93. Davis with 50 to go, firmly in the driver's seat here in heat number 2. Davis will make her way back. She will be your Heat 2 winner. Came in with a 2:21.44. 2:16.88. So almost a 5-second drop. Nice job by Davis. Travers takes second. Key takes third. Heat number 3 in the water. Tessa Renier in lane 1. Sasha Bagdasarian in 2. Jane Wong Gao in 3. Tessa Lafreniere in lane 4. Alik Stepanyan in 5. Charlotte Kaiser in 6. Zoe Dearling in 7. Haley Robbins in 8. Correction, lane 4 is open. So Tessa Lafreniere is not with us here, at least for this heat. So lane 4 is open. Stepanian leading the way, followed by Bagdasarian and Renier. Top 3 swimmers 3 seconds apart. So Stepanian has built up a lead pretty early, 50 yards in. Now 75. .102.73 for the 100-yard mark for Stepanian. It's almost 5 seconds better than Bagdasarian. 6.5 faster than Renier. Stepanian really building up that lead. Stepanian takes it 2:05.57. Almost a 4-second time drop for her. Wango takes second, Bagdasarian third, so nice job there by Alik Stepanian. She's your Heat 3 winner. We'll move into Heat 4. Again, we got these 200 freestyles. Then we basically follow it up with the 50 breast, 50 free to end. Heat 4 in the water, Brooke Carline in lane 1, Kenzie Sellers in 2. It's Taylor O'Neill in 3, Elizabeth Stotts in 4, Madison Stearns in 5. Ksenia Bagdasarian in 6. Sasha was in Heat 3 right before this. Lizzie Rack in 7. Emma Ferreira in lane 8. Top 25 college scoreboard. Utah 42-16 lead over Oregon State with 7 minutes left. Alabama laying the wood to Arkansas 21-0, 4 minutes left in the first half. Ohio State leads Rutgers 21-7 first half. Halftime, Baylor trails Oklahoma State 16-3. Penn State leads Northwestern 14-0, basically at the half. Wake Forest a 21-7 lead over Florida State, and Mississippi State a 7-0 lead over A&M with 6:10 left in the first half. A quick little college scoreboard hit for all of you college football fans. Kenzie Sellers leading the way, followed by Stats and Rack. I'm sure we got some college football fans out here for this session, especially those of you who went to big college football schools. Kenzie Sellers leads the way here, followed by Elizabeth Stotts. So the UVOC swimmers 1 and 2 right now. Sellers goes 2:02.55. Stats 2:05.49. Rack goes 2:06.45. So they're your top 3. We'll move into Heat 5 of 6. There are your lane assignments. This is girls 13 and over, 200 free. No shootouts here, only in the 50s. The conclusion of the boys 2 free, in which there are 6 heats. We'll go right back into those 50s. 50 breast and then 50 free. Elizabeth Guevara leads the way. Bunt running third behind Allie Brenner from Crimson. Guevara continues to lead the way. She will be your leader at the halfway mark. Again, it'll be a busy short course season in terms of broadcasted meets. Signed up for 9 confirmed meets right now. We'll next be with you at WPI October 21st through the 23rd. Guevara still leads the way. Bunt has narrowed it to 9/100ths. Halsey is in third. So Gator's trying to go 1, 2, 3 here in Heat 5. Bunt takes first, Guevara second, Lombardi third. So nice swim there by Bunt. She was in sixth place at the halfway mark. Clawed her back, her way back up to second at the 150 and ends up taking it 2:02:33. We'll move into our sixth and final heat. Kaden McKibben in lane one, Lydia Kraft in two, Julia Pelchat in three, Aya Hassani in four, Paige Meller in five, Claire Carroll in six, Corinne Cartwright in seven, Vivian Wienert rounds out the field in lane number 8. Hassani leads the way, followed by Claire Carroll and Paige Meller. They're your top three after the 50. Hassani continues to pace and look to build that lead at the halfway mark. 15-year-old from Gators North came in with a 154.93. She still leads the way, followed by Meller and Carroll. Those are your top three. They're all within 3 seconds of Hassani, so anything can happen here, but time or distance certainly running out. Hassani continues to look very strong in lane 4. Hassani, Meller, and Carroll, they'll remain 1, 2, and 3. Lydia Kraft is now moved up into 4th. Aya Hassani will be your Heat 6 winner. She'll be followed by Paige Meller. Kraft vying to move up into 3rd here, and she will. So Kraft takes 3rd. Moving into event 20, Heat 1, back on the boys' side, 13 and over, 200 free. Alan Husenovic in lane 3. Peter Swee in lane 4. Xavier Pereira in lane 5. Husenovic leading the way, followed by Swee and Pereira. So again, we're at the Catherine Moran Coleman Aquatic Center. It's the 13 and over session for our opening meet of the 2022 season from a Gator perspective. Gator Swim Club Seekonk, the host here at beautiful Brown University. One-day meet. I will say it will be nice. Typically, when you think of a meet weekend, you think of Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. So it was actually nice, for once, the only time this year, a one-day meet, no Friday night distance, and the one day, it did not start early. So we didn't have to get up early. We didn't have to be here early. 11:45 start. Brown University swim and dive team had practice here first thing this morning, so that was the reason for the late start. So enjoy it, folks, because the rest of the meets throughout our season here will not be one day. They will be of the 3-day variety. And when we get into championships, of course, of the 4-day variety. Husenovic continues to lead the way and win with the 2:03.16. So Allen's had himself quite a day, a name that I have not seen before, so he must be new to the Gators North team. Allen Husenovic, 16 years old. He's had quite a performance so far today, so good for him. Peter Sweet takes second to 10:06. Pereira will take third. We'll move into heat number 2. Lanes 1 and 8 open. Joseph LaPlante in 2. Patrick Gorham in 3. Jude Pereira in 4. Dara Gamel in 5. Finn Glatt in 6. Liam Hauser in lane 7. Patrick Gorham leading the way, followed by Jude Pereira, Dara Gamel. Heat 2 of 6 on the boys' side. Calendar has turned into October. I'd say October, you know, I'm a summer guy, but October is up there with one of my favorite months of the year. If I had to rank the months, let's see. We're going to go July 1st. Love July, love heat, love summer. Probably going to go August 2nd, right? Keeping in that theme. September 3rd, October 4th, April 5th, June 6th. There we go. There's the ranking of the power ranking of months, according to me. And you can forget all those cold months. I'm not a skier. I don't like the cold. So November, nope. December, nope. January, nope. March, starting to get better, but nope. April, still too cold. Dara Gamel takes first. Gorham second. Pereira third. Sorry about the camera malfunction there. Our camera person was a little not paying attention there. Of course, that's my mother, Carolyn Abreu. She's usually very good, but she falls asleep every once in a while. Got to give her a little nudge in the arm. Apologize for that. You didn't miss much. You missed about 2 seconds of action. We're moving into heat number 3. Colin Campbell in lane 1, Ben Zhu in 2, Neil Ray in 3, Teddy Buchanan in 4, Noam Thrilnikov in 5, Miller Wasik in 6, Dylan Clark in 7, Kevin Garvey in 8. Okay, you just heard my power rankings for months. Come on, folks. Somebody jump into the live chat. What are your rankings? What do you take issue with on my rankings? I go July, August, September, April, May, June. Those are my top 6. You know what? I should throw, here's the thing. April is warmer than March, obviously. I should throw March in there as number 6, and here's why. March Madness. Best month of the year in terms of college basketball. March Madness is just fantastic. So maybe March takes 6th over April. What are your months of the year power rankings? You don't even have to tell me your top 6. What are your top 3? Let's try and get some engagement here, folks. I know Stanley Kaiser's out there, the Taplins. There's a lot of people out there. I'm looking at the numbers here. It is amazing. Our 13 and over session audience does not live chat even a quarter as much as our 12 and under audience. So we want to change that. The top 3 power rankings is months. Let's get it out there. Teddy Butera leading the way, followed by Thrilnikov and Wasik. Those are your top 3 at the 150 mark. 50 to go. Teddy Butera on his way to taking heat number 3. 202.26 for Butera. Nice job by him. Thrilnikov takes second, so Gators go 1-2. Miller Wasik takes third, 208.94. We'll move into heat number 4. I still don't have anybody in the live chat telling me. Folks, I'm not even asking for your top 6. Just give me your top 3. Your top 3 power ranking as far as months are concerned. What are your top 3 months of the year? I already told you mine. July, August, September. I like the hot weather, like the summer, like the sun. Not a cold guy. Ryan Connors leading the way here early on in heat 4 in lane 2. Followed by Ethan Young and Lucas Leonard. October is 4th, though. October is 4th in my rankings. You know, it's still, the weather is nice. It's not so oppressively hot. I actually like that little crisp air in the morning. You know, you're coming off the hot summer months as Ryan Connors still leads the way. He's looking strong in lane 2. Coming off those hot summer months, it's really nice to wake up. It's in the, I don't know, maybe high 40s, low 50s, around there when you wake up. It's a beautiful, good sleeping weather, they say. I never sleep with my windows open, but good sleeping weather, they say. Connors continues to look strong and lead the way. Listen, the Taplins, I know you're watching the swimming, but Maggie's not swimming right now. There's no excuse. I can't let you off the hook on that. Maggie's not even in the water. This is the boys 200 free. We still have 2.5 heats of this. So that's 2, 4, almost 6 minutes. We got time to fill here, folks. Ryan Connors will take it, 154.91. Nice job by Connors. Almost a 10-second drop. Luke Madame takes second. Ethan Young third, so Ryak goes 2 and 3 there. Nice job. Ryan Connors, though, our winner. Heat 4. We'll move into heat 5. All right, Ryan Cahoy, that a boy. Nice. Ryan Cahoy says all of the summer months. Ryan Cahoy, for those of you who don't know, is one of our 12 and under swimmers. He tore it up this morning, had a great session. And Ryan, I'm with you, all of the summer months, right? So I say July, August, September. I'm going to call that 3 summer months, even though some people will say June as well. I think technically that's when summer starts. And no school. All right, the Taplins are joining in on the fun. August, September, October. You know, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree. That's a good one, too. That if I had to have a 2 top 3s, that would be my, like, 1A and 1B. I'm just waiting for someone to chime in and talk about the winter months. There's got to be skiers out here. Because if you're a skier, odds are you're going to tell me, like, November, December, January are your favorite months. Ryan Cahoy says no school. Of course, that's a great time. Zach Prue leading the way here. Gerhard second, Edie third. This is a heavy Gator heat. 6 out of the 8 swimmers here, Gator. Zach Prue from Ryak in 4. Owen Shandaria from Crimson in 8. Prue continues to lead the way, followed by Gerhard and Edie. The Taplins tell me we watch all the swimmers. Listen. All right, Taplins, here we go. If I can multitask and call the meet, talk about other things, run the computer, run the audio, I think you can give me a little bit back on the months, which you did. August, September, October. I love it. Good race here in the finish lanes 3 and 4. Edie and Prue, and it is Edie who takes it. 1:53.57, 2/10 ahead of Prue. Gerhard takes third. So nice job there by Edie in heat 5. We'll move into our 6th and final heat. Keith Hartman in lane 1, Paul Denega in lane 2, Zach Zabo in 3, Garrett Jones in 4, Will McClelland in 5, Holden Brown in 6, Nick Kavik in 7, Christian Pereira in lane 8. I do consider myself a pretty good multitasker, so it lends well to doing something like this. Basically solo. Obviously, I have my mother here switching the cameras, which is a godsend. Kavik leading the way, followed by Brown and Denega after the initial 50. But I'd say overall in life, I am a huge multitasker. You can find me at night. Typically, I'll be on the couch watching TV, one laptop in my lap surfing the web or maybe doing some work, another laptop to my right or to my left, probably watching a sporting event that my family doesn't want to watch on the main TV, so I put it on the computer. Meanwhile, I'm on my phone probably checking social media and everything else, so I'm kind of a crazy multitasker. A little bit of ADD going on there, for sure. Garrett Jones leads the way, followed by Will McClelland. Taplins say February for the skiing and December for the holidays. I will make an exception on the winter months because of Christmas, of course, great time of year. Jones leads the way, followed by McClellan and Kavik. So all Gators all the time here, top 3 right now. Jones leading the way from Gators North, but here comes McClellan closing stroke for stroke into the wall, and it is McClellan with the comeback, 1:46.22, 4/100ths of a second. So nice comeback there by McClellan to edge out Jones. Holden Brown continues his hot swimming and takes third. And folks, we're back into the 50s. Event 21, girls 13 and over, 50-yard breaststroke. There's only 4 heats, so these will go quick. Lily O'Connell in 3, Chloe Beauregard in 4, Sadie Saloy in 5. My wife is a skier, so my wife loves to ski. Addison has kind of started skiing. Avery and I have not really caught on to the bug. And we do have friends that have property up in Lincoln, and they are nice enough to every summer let us use their condo for a week. So we're always up at Lincoln right across from Loon in the summer. But when the winter comes, that's when the big guy stays home, and Jen and Addison go swimming. I mean, swimming. They go skiing, not swimming. Sadie Saloy leading the way, and she will be your Heat 1 winner. Chloe Beauregard will take second. O'Connell takes third. We'll move into heat number 2. Again, top 8 advance. So as we've seen, it'll be top 8 in the 13-14, top 8 in the 15 and over. And here we go. The Taplins, Maggie here, coming up in lane 5 from Ryak. Good luck to Maggie here. Aberlin Swikala in lane 1, Samara Gali in 2, Molly Yee in lane 3, Madison Rogers in 4, Maggie Taplin in lane 5, it's Hope Zayafith in 6, Langland Courageham in 7, Phoebe Burke in lane 8. See who's going to take this one. Looks like lane 6 right now. Hope Zayafith leading the way. She's followed by Maggie Taplin. Maggie getting inspired by her family participating in the live chat. What a performance here. Nice swim. Taplin takes second. Zayafith 1, Taplin 2, Rogers 3. We'll move into heat number 3. Nalina Dada in lane 1, Maggie Holland in 2, Claire Q in 3, Allison Farrell in 4, Sophia Yee in 5, Jean Wango in 6, Ella Bouquet in 7, Zoe Deerling in lane 8. That's your lineup for heat number 3. Allison Farrell comes in with the top time, 33:10. Although it looks like it's Holland leading the way in lane 2. And it will be Holland who takes 1, Yee 2, Farrell 3. We'll move into our 4th and final heat. Maddie Bodor in lane 1, Samantha Ikabuchi in 2, Lydia Kraft in 3, Carmen Bunt in 4, Audrey Bonin in 5, Angela Parasol in 6, Vivian Weiner in 7, and it's Hunter Dubois in lane 8. Looks like it was Carmen Bunt to the wall first at the halfway mark. We saw her in the 2IM make up a lot of time in the breaststroke, going on to win that event. And it is Bunt who will take first here, followed closely by Audrey Bonin. So Bunt first, Bonin second. Third place goes to Lydia Kraft. Now we'll move into event 22, boys 13 and over 50 breast. Lanes 1, 7, and 8 will be open here. Will Schatz in 2, Bhargav Shah in 3, Colin Campbell in 4, Aiden Sisawath in 5, Carter Bean in 6. Colin Campbell leading the way in lane 4. Lane 5 is actually open, so nobody in lane 5. No Aiden Sisawath. Colin Campbell will be your winner from Crimson. 37-10. Nice job by Campbell. We'll move into heat number 2. Once again, 4 heats here on the boys' side. Then we'll get into the shootouts once again. Heat 2 of 4 in the water. Eric Zhu in lane 1, Enzo Santos in 2, Aiden Wallace in 3, Patrick O'Connor in 4, Kai Shinkyo in lane 5, Downing in 6, Pimentel in 7, Blanchette in 8. This should be a race between O'Connor and Shinkyo. Let me see here. I have not looked in the water yet, and it is O'Connor and Shinkyo. It's actually going to be Shinkyo. Kai Shinkyo will take it here in lane 5, excuse me. O'Connor takes second. Wallace takes third. Shinkyo goes to 29:30 for the victory. We'll move into heat 3 of 4. Jake Hutchinson in 1, Finn Glatt in 2, Teddy Butera in 3. It's Madsen Spurn in 4. Ryan Kornacki in lane 5, Keith Hartman in 6, Zach Patson in 7, Sam Woodsmall is in lane number 8. Spurn with a really nice turn there at the 25-yard mark should propel him to victory, and it will. So Madsen Spurn in lane 4 will take first, 30-55. Hartman second, Kornacki third as we move into our 4th and final heat prior to the shootouts. Should be a good battle between Damian Figuet, Kosarev, and Nick Andrews here. Middle of the pool, lanes 4 and 5. They come in with your top 2 times. Figuet, Kosarev 28-64, Nick Andrews 30-44. Figuet, Kosarev battling Nick Andrews, and it will be Figuet, Kosarev, and Andrews going 1 and 2. George Lamb takes third. Now we'll go to the girls, 13 and 14. 50 breaststroke shootout. So there are your lane assignments for our top 8. Once again, we'll go 8-4 down to 2, down to 1. Good start in lane 8 by Langland Courageham. Good reaction time there. However, it is Sophia Yee and it is Yee who takes it, followed by Bonin. Kraft third, Wiener fourth. So Yee, Bonin, Kraft, Wiener survive and advance to the top 4, or the final 4, I should say, and the 13-14 side will move. So we're going to move into the 15-16 now. Lane assignments are correct. Top 4 advance. It's going to be a tight race here between 1, 2, 3, and 4. Top 4 make it back to the finals. Zayafith looking strong. Holland, Taplin, Farrell. And it is Farrell, Zayafith, Bunt, and Holland. So Farrell, Zayafith, Bunt, and Holland, they make it back. They're the top 4. Okay, back to the 13-14. These are the top 4, so I know it's Kraft, Sellers. Ooh, I don't know the other ones because they couldn't get it on the screen. So I believe the leader in lane 4 is Sophia Yee from UVAC. So Yee and Bonin, I believe, are going to be the top 2 here. And it is. So Yee and Bonin, they go 1-2.
And we'll have Sophia in 4 and Laundry in 5 for our final shootout.
So Yee and Bonin make it back to the finals for 13 and 14. I should say make it back to the top 2. Bunt is in lane 3. Holland is in lane 6. Zayafith in 5. Not sure who is in 4. It is a Gator. I've already forgot who the top 4 were. So top 2 make it back here, folks. We're swimming for the top 2 right now. So it's Zayafith and
And moving on to our final, we'll have Carmen in lane 4 and Allison in lane 5.
so Carmen Bunt moves on. And I don't know who the other swimmer is. This right here is Yee and Bonin. Yee in lane 4, Bonin in lane 5. Oh, these shootouts are lightning warfare. Yee will take that lead into the wall. Lightning quick turn there. So Yee will take it. She'll edge out Bonin here. 31.99 for Yee, 34.02 for Bonin. We'll move into the 15-16 finals. It's Carmen Bunt in 4. So Bunt and perhaps
This heat, we'll move into the boys 13-14
Farrell.
breaststroke shootouts. We'll have Kevin Darby in 1, Enzo Santos in 2, Teddy Gutierrez.
So Bunt in lane 4. I believe it's Allison Farrell in 5. Not 100% sure. Don't have any of that data up here. But it will be Carmen Bunt who takes the shootout for 50 breast.
Ben Connors in 2, George Leah in 3, Damian Piquet Passaran in 4, Nick Andrews in 5, Patrick O'Connor in 6, Madison Spurn in 7, and Heath Hartman in lane 8.
So we'll go into the shootouts on the boys' side now.
Breaststroke shootouts. Boys 13-14 will have Kevin in 1, Enzo in 2, Teddy in 3, Kai in 4, Aiden in 5, Finn in 6, Daniel in 7, and Terry in 8.
This is the top 8. Kai Schenkio will be the overall favorite here in lane 4. It's all about surviving and advancing. Who will survive and advance here? Top 4. Make it to the final 4. Here we go. Top four make it to the final four. Garvey in 1, Santos in 2, Butera in 3, Shinkyo in 4, Wallace in 5, Glatt in 6, Pimentel in 7, Ben Selim in lane 8. And to no surprise, it is Shinkyo leading the way. Great job by Aiden Wallace here, keeping fairly close pace to Shinkyo. So Shinkyo and Wallace will move on, as well as Butera. Fourth place will go to Glatt. So all Gators. Shinkyo, Wallace, Butera, and Glatt. So now we'll move back to the boys, 15 and over. There are your lane assignments. Good start by Connors there. Ben Connors in lane 2 had a nice start. Good reaction time. He'll be battling against many, including Damian Figet-Kosarev, who is first to the wall, along with Nick Andrews from Ryak. George Lamb in the mix here in lane 3 as well, but it is Damian Figet-Kosarev. He will take first. Andrews second, Lamb third, and O'Connor fourth. He'll edge out Ben Connors by 3/100ths of a second. Top four make it back. So here we go, 13-14. I know that's Butera in lane 3. Shinkyo in 4. I think that's Shinkyo in 4. And it is Shinkyo in 4. I can tell that stroke. Shinkyo already building up a half a body lead, literally 17 yards into the race. So the battle for the top two will be between Wallace and Butera. Right now it's Wallace. Shinkyo will win it, and Wallace will take second. So Shinkyo and Wallace will move on to the finals for the breaststroke 13-14. Meanwhile, 15 and over, we got George Lamb, Damian Figet-Kosarev, Nick Andrews. We have an official talking to a swimmer down in lane 6. We get the thumbs up. We're ready to go. This for the final two. Good start there by Nick Andrews in lane 5. Will this be the race that he edges out Figet-Kosarev? Figet-Kosarev has been a machine so far. Lightning fast at that wall. Figet-Kosarev and Nick Andrews, they will be your top two finalists here in the shootout, I think. And yes, it is Figet-Kosarev and Andrews. But first, we have Kai Shinkyo and Aiden Wallace, lanes 4 and 5. Shinkyo has been dominating thus far. And he'll continue that domination. Kai Shinkyo will be your 50 breast shootout on the boys 13-14 side.
Congratulations, Kai.
And here we go, folks. Much anticipated swim. Damian Figet Kosarev in 4, Nick Andrews in 5. It was Figet Kosarev first to the 25-yard wall. Let's see. Andrews, a good second half swimmer. Here they are at the flags into the wall, and it will be Damian Figet Kosarev who takes it by 0.7 of a second. Great swimming there by both Figet Kosarev and Andrews. That'll take us, folks, to our final event of the day. .50 freestyle. First, we'll start with the girls. 7 heats of girls, 8 heats of boys. We'll finish up with shootouts, and that's a wrap for the weekend. Lily O'Connell in lane 3, Sadie Saloy in 4, Allison Gong in 5. Alyssa Gong from Gators leading the way. Gong from Gators North. She'll be your Heat 1 winner, 32-52. Anna Koenig in lane 1, Chloe Beauregard in 2, Esme Cohen in 3, Nalina Dada in 4, Indy Gorman in 5, Tegan Ralph in 6, Christina Quinn in 7, and it's Hazel Thomas rounding out the field in lane 8. Gorman takes first, 31-21. Cohen second. Hazel Thomas third. So we move into heat number 3. These are going to fly through here, folks. Georgia Davis comes in with the top time in this heat, 30-62. So again, we appreciate you joining us for this opening meet of the short course season. A couple of websites I would like to point out to you. Our Facebook page, which is Brew Media Productions, will always have all of the information on the next broadcast, when signups open up, all of that good stuff. Also the website, you're on it now, brewmediaproductions.com. It is Bridget Travers taking first, Georgia Davis second, Ella Bouquet third. Looks like we have a big contingent from the Travers family right in front of us, celebrating that nice swim. Nice job by Bridget, 13-year-old from Crimson. Heat 4 in the water. Chloe Burke in lane 1, Selena Zhu in 2, Samantha Ikubuchi in 3, Maddie Boder in 4, Tessa Rennie in 5, Langland Kurjam in 6. It's Kelsey Bonin in lane 7 and Haley Robbins in lane number 8. Lanes 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all right there, but it will be Kurajam. Takes first, Rennie second, Ikabuchi third as we move into heat 5. So abrewmediaproductions.com is where you watch the meets. Abrew Media Productions Facebook page is where you find out all the information. So check out the page, give it a like so you get notified whenever we post about the meet. This is really anyone's race. If you take a look at this here, lanes 1 through 8, all pretty much right there in the mix. It looks like it's lane 6, though, Alik Stepanian, and it is. She'll take first, Echo second, Halsey third as we move into heat number 6. Ali Brenner in 1, Madison Stearns in 2, Aya Hassani in 3, Julia Pelchat in 4, Addison Abreu in 5, Corinne Cartwright in 6, Quinn Cute in 7, Savannah Lombardi in 8. I said those names faster than I've said any name so far today, and I'm proud of myself. Here we go, folks. Good battle here in lanes 4 and 5, I think, and it is Pelchat and Abreu, 2/10 apart. Pelchat 1, Abreu 2, Hassani 3. Heat number 7, this is our final heat on the girls' side. Tessa Lafreniere in lane 1, Maggie Holland in 2, Courtney Bogosian in 3, Kenzie Sellers in 4, Claire Carroll in 5, Caden McKibben in 6, Taylor O'Neill in 7, and Emma Ferreira in lane 8. Kenzie Sellers leading the way. Sellers 1, Bogosian 2, Carroll 3. So now we'll go into the boys 50 free, and then we'll get into shootouts and end our evening. The one weird thing about the start time today of 11:45 is this doesn't feel to me biologically that it's 5:50. I feel like it's like 4 o'clock right now. So obviously the late start time means later than usual end time. However, doesn't feel like 6 o'clock or almost 6 o'clock, but it is. Here we are. Will Schatz leading the way. Schatz will take this opening heat on the boys' side. James Tack second, Liam Sheehan third. Here we go. First time today, all one team in one heat. This is all crimson. Tarek Ben Selim in lane 1, Joseph LaPlante in 2, Zach Pattinson in 3, Colin Campbell in 4, Aiden Siswath in 5, Aaron Walsh in 6, Eric Zhu in 7, and Daniel Pimentel is in lane number 8. All crimson here for heat number 2. Colin Campbell leading the way right now. 15 years old, came in with a 29.07. .27.06, nice swim for Campbell. Sithawath second, Patterson third. As we move into heat number 3. Luke Richards in 1, Jude Pereira in 2, Aiden Wallace in 3, Enzo Santos in 4. Liam Downing in 5, Kevin Garvey in 6, Miller Wasick in 7, Ben Jue in 8. It'll be interesting to watch Wallace here just coming off the shootouts. I'm sure he's pretty tired. Keep an eye on Aiden Wallace in lane 3 from Gators. He made it down to the finals against Shinkyo and putting up a pretty strong performance here in heat 3. Garvey first, Wasick second, Santos third. The aforementioned Wallace does take fourth, so nice swim by Aiden. So we move on to heat number 4. Cormac Hughes in lane 1, Bowden Spurn in 2, Ian Scott Sheldon in 3, Peter Swee in 4, Neil Ray in 5, Patrick Gorham in 6, Dara Gamel in 7, and it's Dylan Clark in lane 8. Peter Swee looks to be in control here, and he is, 25.03. Gorman takes second, Ray third. Heat 5 of 8, flying through these. Luke Madame in 1, Moritz Gerhard in 2, Dominic Neal in 3, Matthew Smith in 4, Ryan Kornacki in 5, Owen Shandaria in 6, Lucas Leonard in 7, and Ryan Vocchio in lane 8. All these 50s decided typically among the fastest swimmers by the slimmest of margins, hundredths if not thousandths of a second. Smith takes first, Gerhard second, Leonard third. Good example of that top 3 swimmers, 3 100ths of a second apart right there. Pretty crazy. So we move on to heat number 6. Cyrus Madame in 1, Damian Figued Kosarev in 2, Zach Prue in 3, Garrett Jones in 4, Matthew Wang in 5, Eddie Cole in 6, Andrew Ng in 7, and Christian Pereira is in lane 8. It's Matthew Wang right now with the lead, and he will win this one. No scoreboard data at all for the first, 6 swimmers. So it was Matthew Wang. I can tell you he was first. I don't know what happened after that, but we'll move into heat number 7. Breakin Shea in lane 1, Ben Connors in 2, Paul Denega in 3, Carrick Shea in 4, Alan Zhang in 5, Holden Brown in 6, Nick Kavik in 7, George Lamb in 8. Good race in the middle of the pool, lanes 3, 4, and 5. Denega, Shea, and Zhang, they'll be your top 3 swimmers here. I don't know what order. Again, we got no data on the scoreboard. So I can't tell you who won that. I apologize. We'll have to go to Meet Mobile for that one. So let's hope these touchpads work right here for the final race. Might be a little bit of a delay right here. There will be. So we were going smoothly for a while after some earlier technical difficulties, which have crept back in. Hopefully that'll take care of it as we move into our 8th and final heat, and right before leading into our shootouts here on our final event of the day here at Brown University. All right, we're going to give this one a go. Here's heat 8, excuse me. Alex Abdulin in lane 1, Jacob Freeman in 2, Tim Andrews in 3, Will McClellan in 4, Nick Andrews in 5, Hugh Hawkins in 6, Ara Parsegian in 7, Lachlan Hartshorn in 8. Good battle in the middle of your pool here. The Andrews twins and William McClellan. I would venture a guess one of these guys will end up winning it. It's a battle between McClellan and Nick Andrews right now. Hawkins right there as well, and I don't know who won. 22:44 looks like the winning time. Don't know who won. So sorry about the tough ending here, folks. Again, some technical difficulties beyond my control. We'll see who makes it to the top 8 in the shootouts. It did look like both Andrews brothers and William McClellan were at the top there.
So we are going to work on fixing the technical difficulties, but in the meantime, we will line up our 13-15 girls and 15 over girls for 50 freestyle shootouts. We will have Langman Verdon
All right, so they're lining up the 13-14 girls for the shootouts. Top 8.
So for our 13-14s, we have Lamblin in 1, Hayden in 2.
While they square away the technical difficulties, they're testing the touchpads again, so hopefully
Reese in 7.
that'll fix it.
And Bridget in 8.
You really got to feel bad for Ray and Paul. Ray, of course, runs these meets here. Paul, one of the members of his staff they really do a great job to make sure these meets are awesome. And, you know, these technical difficulties, obviously, beyond their control. So we're getting ready for the 13-14 top 8 right now. Let's see if they get that on the scoreboard. It's anybody's guess here, folks. It's a little chaotic. The shootouts go so quickly, it's tough to get that information keyed up into the system before the next heat. This is the correct lane assignments right now. Top 8 in the water, top 4 advance. So Sellers looks like she'll advance. Rack as well. Yee and Echo. Okay, so Sellers, Rack, Yee, and Echo, they'll advance. Let's see who our top 4 are going to be on the 15 and over side. Hassani in 1, Stepanian in 2, Bogosian in 3, Pelchat in 4, Brew in 5, Claire Carroll in 6, Maggie Holland in 7, and it's Halsey in lane 8. Pelchat, Brew, Carroll, and Halsey.
And we will have Julia moving on lane 4, Addison in 5, Claire in 3, and Elite in 6.
Okay, so this right here is Sellers, Rack, Yee, and Echo. So
Also have Jocelyn in lane 7 in the next shootout. So we will have Julian in 4, Addison in 5, Claire in 3, Elite in 6, and Jocelyn in 7.
So I think that's Sellers.
We will have Kenzie in 4 and Alita in 5 in our final. Kenzie in 4 and Alita in 5.
So it was Sellers and Echo. Here we go, folks. Final 4 on the 15-16. Pelchat, Brew, Carroll, and Halsey. Actually, there's 5 swimmers because there must have been a tie. So this should be a good one. Oh, so Claire Carroll in 4, Pelchat in 5. I think that's what I heard. Nice job by Pelchat, edging out of Brew 3/100ths of a second. These races are unreal. Here we go, folks. Sellers and Echo. So I think it's Sellers in 4, Echo in 5. Sellers, I believe that's Sellers in 4. Here we go, Pelchat in Carroll in our final women's race of the day. Carroll in 4, Pelchat in 5. At least I think that's the order, and it is. Carroll in 4, Pelchat in 5. Pelchat and Carroll, stroke for stroke here. Who's it going to be? Pelchat and Carroll at the wall, and it is Carroll. Carroll by 6/100ths of a second. Carroll edges out Pelchat. What a race.
For 13-14 boys, we have Enzo Santos in 1, Barrett Hamlin in 2, Ian Scott Sheldon in 3, Holden Brown in 4, Peter
All right, we're moving into the boys, and then that's it.
in 6, Bowden Spurn in 7, and Aiden Wallace in 8. So Enzo in 1, Barrett in 2, Ian in 3, Holden in 4, Peter in 5, Kevin in 6, Bowden in 7, and Aiden in 8. For our 15 and overs, we have Garrett Jones in 1, Nick Andrews in 2, Eric Shea in 3, Matthew Wang in 4, William McClellan in 5, Alan Zhang in 6, Hugh Hawkins in 7, and Tim Andrews in 8.
Okay, so what you see on the screen is not correct right now. Now it is disappeared. Now it is. There we go. Now it is correct. Those are your top 8 on the boys' side. This is 13-14. So Holden Brown would have to be considered the favorite here. Holden Brown takes this one. Swee second. Ian Scott Sheldon third, and Spurn fourth. So now we'll move into the 15 and overs. There are your lane assignments. They are correct.
And moving on, we will have Holden in 4, Peter in 5, Ian in 3, and Kevin in 6.
Wang and McClelland, along with Zhang, battling it out. And no data for you here. Sorry, folks. Touchpad's not working.
Going to pause for just a second.
So I had Wang, McClellan, and Zhang, 3 out of the top 4. We're waiting here for official results.
Numbers just hang tight. Earlocks will announce in a minute who is moving on.
So we're waiting for the final results of the 15 and overs. Again, with the naked eye, I swear it was Wang, McClellan, and Zhang. In no particular order, they were 3 of the top 4. But that's just with the naked eye. Carrick Shea could have been up there as well.
And moving on for our 15 and overs, we will have Matthew in 4, William in 5, Alan in 3, and Tim in 6.
So Tim Andrews is the final one to make the final. So we were right on there. Wang, McClellan, Zhang, and Tim Andrews. They'll be in the finals. Here we go. This is the 13 and 14 final 4. Brown, Swee, Scott Sheldon, and Spurn. So I believe it's Scott Sheldon in 3, Brown in 4, Swee in 5, and Spurn in 6. I'm not really sure on the 2 Gators. But it is Holden Brown. He'll make it to the finals. I mentioned Brown would be the overall favorite here. Holden Brown will take first, and I think that's Peter Swee. Yes. Holden Brown, Peter Swee make it on to the finals. Here we go. Now we're moving into the 15 and 16 finalists. It's Matthew Wang, Will McClellan, Alan Zhang, Tim Andrews. Oh, this is a tight one here. Lanes 3, 4, and 5. We have no data, so I couldn't tell you who made it. So it was Matthew Wang and William McClelland. So McClelland and Wang for 15-16, Brown and Swee for 13-14. That'll be our race right now. Here we go. Nice start there by Swee. Let's see if he can pull off the upset here, but it looks like Holden Brown in the lead. When he has that lead, which he does by a little over a second at the halfway mark, going to be tough to beat him, and it will be Holden Brown who takes it. Congratulations to Holden and to Peter. Great races by both of them. And here we go, our final race of the day. It will be William McClelland in, actually Matthew Wang in lane 4, William McClelland in 5. So Wang in 4, McClelland in 5. Good start by both of them. Wang jumps out to the early lead. McClelland's got great closing speed. He's going to need it here. He's a little behind at the wall. Wang continues to power through, and it's going to be Wang. Matthew Wang takes it. Matthew Wang takes it. McClellan second. Heck of a swim by both of these young men. And folks, that is a wrap on a very eventful day here at Brown University for the opening meet of the 2022 season. We certainly appreciate all of you taking the time to join us here this afternoon and this morning. We'll be back October 21st. October 21st, we'll be at WPI for the next meet. We hope you'll join us then. On behalf of Carolyn Abreu, I'm Jeremy Abreu. Thank you for joining us. Have a great rest of your evening.